Hey there guys, it's Patricia, All Bodies Fitness, here in my car with my tea. And I just wanted to talk with you all a little bit, I have a couple minutes here, about mindset and how it can help you stay healthy, because it's really key. Did a podcast yesterday about the ways to stay healthy, so check that out on the All Bodies Fitness podcast, which is available on most platforms. But one of the keys is mindset, because fear is a big thing. Are you letting fear make you sick? And one thing is that people don't really say that they're afraid as much as they say they're stressed. They're stressed out, they have meltdowns, they have anxiety, they're worried, they're concerned. They use all these words, but what it comes down to, excuse me, is fear. And, excuse me, my voice isn't awake. All right, but fear is what drives so much of us. If we spend a lot of time looking at the news and worrying about coronavirus and hearing about more deaths and more social distancing and more measures need to be taking, masks and gloves and all the things, and it's just like this fear is trying to come down and surround us constantly, so that we get to the point where we see other people and we're like, can't go near that person. It's a little bit bizarre, because by nature humans are social creatures. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do social distancing and all that. I'm just saying it's bizarre. And we don't want it to get to be a habit, so that, after the social distancing is passed and the coronavirus has calmed down, or we have a vaccine or whatever, that we go and we stay this way. We stay away from people, because we need to be social creatures, right? It's just part of our nature. So hopefully this will be going soon and we go back to our normal jobs and lives and interactions more. And keep washing hands, because that's a great thing. But the fear does make you sick, because what happens is that fear makes cortisol levels rise in your body. And the reason for this is, your glands, like your pituitary gland, sends adrenaline to your body to respond to the fear, because it used to be that fear was from an outside force, right? There's a tiger over there you have to run from. Your baby is going to fall off a cliff, because you live in the wild. It's too close to something dangerous. There's another tribe that you don't know if their intentions. All these different things were physical fears. I need to find food because we're out of food, or whatever. All these things that hunters and gatherers had to deal with was real problems, real stress, real fears, right? Real physical fears. And so the body would say, okay, we're going to send blood preferentially to our big muscles in our arms and our legs, so that we can run, or so we can fight, or do whatever physical thing we need to become safe again, right? And then we go back to normal. So it would be these short-term episodes where your body has to use the muscles to help you survive, right? And while it does that, since the muscles are getting blood preferentially, the blood isn't going to other areas like our digestion, like our brain, like our immune system, right? So those areas are kind of shut down for a little while, so that it could deal with the imminent threat, right? And nowadays, this fear is just a blanket now, right? It's a blanket over everything, because the news is constantly telling you to be afraid, all these different things. And so if you have this blanket of fear, your body's always in this stress mode, and it's always getting blood preferentially to those other organs, so it's not dealing with your digestion properly. It's not dealing with little problems that it has, little bacterial infections, little cuts, little, cells that need to be repaired, muscles that need to be fixed, things like that. It can't deal with those little things, because it thinks it has to defend your life, right? It can't deal with sending blood to your brain to make you more intelligent, right? It's going to shut down the higher functioning part of your brain, and it's going to go back to the primary, fight or flight and your instincts for that, right? So it's a big problem to live in this constant state of anxiety and fear. It's bad for your health. And what happens, since the blood isn't in your immune system working to grow your cells and make you healthy and repair things, then something comes along, like a virus, like, I don't know, COVID-19, right? Now that virus has opportunity to get in, because your normal defenses aren't working properly, right? And so it becomes this, I'm afraid of getting it, and so now I got it, right? And that's a problem, right? We don't want more people getting it. We want people to be healthy and strong and immune more, have a better immunity. And, I'm sure it's not everybody, because, 50% of the population usually, roughly, and I guess in Hong Kong or someplace where they've checked it more, 50% of the population they found have antibodies for coronavirus, and they never really got sick. So they had very low levels of reactions, maybe a slight cold or whatever flu-like thing that went away, or maybe no symptoms, right? Because they're not dealing with the stress, their body's functioning better, right? So that's what we need to do, is we have to defend ourselves against the stress. That's one of the biggest keys, I think, right? Is to keep your mindset right. Go to, stop listening to all the fear. Be prepared, do what you're supposed to do, but then just relax and live your life, as much as you can in a normal way, or enjoy what you can do. If you're stuck at home, then enjoy cleaning out a closet and looking through all your old memories, or enjoy working on a project you've been meaning to do. Take up painting or drawing, whatever gives you some joy. If this is, the cards you're dealt. It's like the old saying says, if you're handed lemons, make lemonade, right? So find a way to find something you can enjoy and relax, and enjoy the time with your family, and try and look at all the things we should be grateful for. That's what I do all the time, is I try and think of all the things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my home, for my family. This is no particular order. For my brain capacity, even. For the fact that I have all my digits and limbs. For the fact that my family is okay. My mom is still doing well. She's 90. My kid is doing great. She just turned 12. My husband's fine. Everything's going well. Maybe we don't have as much money as we'd like, but, we're surviving. We're doing okay. We have plenty of food. We have a home. We have cars. All the things that are necessities. So there's no imminent threat at all. So there's no reason to be afraid, right? And that's what you have to try and focus on too, is all the positive things. Think about the joys that you've had, the great times. Laugh with your kids. Laughter is great medicine, right? So you can go from fear to appreciation, and then eventually to joy. And that joy and happiness is really what's going to affect your immune system, so that you're kind of bulletproof, that you can't get sick, right? And that's what I want you guys to do, right? So try and find that joy. So practice this. Leave me a comment below and let me know how you're handling it and how you're getting rid of your stress. Exercise is a great way to get rid of stress too, if you can't just mentally do that, because movement changes your emotions, right? Exercise. There's plenty of videos. I'll make sure I link to some of my exercise videos, but there's tons of them, right? And do the best you can. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, like, and share it. Thank you so much. Have a super day. Stay happy, all right? Take care. Stay well. Bye-bye.